What's up guys, Brunswick's back, and this is the Brunswick Bionic Positioner, a wrist guard that's going to give you more support, has some adjustments, all different things that'll help you stay behind the ball and get better rotation. So I'm going to test it out, I'm going to get it on the lanes, and we're going to take a look at some of the adjustments along the way. So before we get to all that, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Now, let's see this Bionic Positioner on the lanes. All right, it's time to talk about the Bionic Positioner from Brunswick. I've done a few of these types of videos, but I always get requests for every single type of glove there is. So we're doing the Bionic Positioner, which is a pretty stout wrist device. This is, let's see, it's an extended version, provides more support and helps create a more powerful ball roll. Durable aluminum construction, lightweight for maximum comfort, provides option for multiple wrist cup and lateral positions. And that's exactly what we're gonna test out. This glove, I wear a size medium. So we're gonna talk about the adjustments of this. We got the lateral move here and we got the cupping here. So it has a little bit of a device here that lowers in here and a little screw that you screw down. So if you want it straight, you bring it all the way down to the bottom like that. Adjust that here and you have it straight. Now if you go adjust the screw the other way, bring that swing screw up top, and now you put that back in there, and now you got maximum cup. So that will give you a little bit more support underneath. We're gonna test it all different ways, but like I always like to do, I'm gonna start it at all the way at the bottom. No cupping whatsoever. This is just gonna give the wrist some support. Okay. That's all at the bottom, that's there. Let's slide this thing on and see how this feels. So it's just a little Velcro here on the hook. Slide the hand through here. Okay, that feels a little bit loose right there. Bring this up, hook it in, strap, and that's it. We're in the glove. So you always want to make sure with this glove that the retaining part here is right in between the two so that it locks in and that you're ready to go. So we are ready to go. The wing nut is at 0. So we're at 0, 0. We're going to throw some shots. We'll throw at different angles. Let's just try this thing out. Been a while since I've done one of these videos, but I always like seeing the gloves on the market and how they feel. Okay. The thing I really noticed about these types of support gloves, you know, and I don't really need the support, okay? So I'm more of an advanced player. I can get a lot of revs on the ball, but allowing the glove to do all the work for you. So not trying to do anything that that the glove's not allowing you to. So right there, I'm playing flat. I'm just letting my hand rest up against the back of the glove for support. I'm not trying to cup it at the last second or do anything like that. I'm not trying to do anything like that. So let's try another shot like that. Lanes are a little dry today, so we're gonna move it in just a little bit. Let's try it again. Not bad. Yeah, I can't stress that enough. Like when you're trying out these gloves, don't try to exaggerate your release. Don't try to do anything crazy. Just set the adjustment you want and go from there. So if you want to be more up the back of the ball, you know, you set it to be flat. Pretty simple. And you let your hand just relax up against there and give you the support how it's designed to do. So if you want more cupping, then you adjust it, make it more cup, and then you same thing. You relax it up against the back and let the glove do all the work for you. Let's try another shot there. Come on. No lucky hit there. Yeah, so let's work on some of the adjustments that we can do with this glove. Let's start with the lateral move. So we're going to adjust the wing nut here, there. Let's go this way. We're going to adjust it on the 3, inverted. So this is now turning my hand more this way, and we'll see what this does for the roll. So it's gonna want to put my hand more in this position here as opposed to straight up. Let's try it. Now it's always important to just let your hand do what the glove's doing here. Just adjust your hand there. There we go. So I felt like with that adjustment, I kind of spun it a little bit more. You know, kind of stay on the top. So if you're having issues with maybe your track is too high up against the fingers and thumb, I think putting it in this position will allow you to increase your tilt and lower your track a little bit. So let's try another one here where we're going to adjust it the other way. So I'm going to put it on 3 the other way and adjust this wing nut one more time. So now we got the hand going this way, right? Instead of straight up, now the adjustment is going this way instead of this way. Let's try it out. I felt way more around it. Yeah. Oh! And we got the carry. So that felt more at normal for me. That felt like a pretty good combination right there. So that's the thing you're going to have to find with these gloves. All these types of gloves is you're going to go through all the different adjustments. You need to find out what's most comfortable for you. So what's comfortable for me might be a whole lot different than what's comfortable for you. So let's try a few more things here. We're going to put this back to 0. Actually, you know what? Let's throw a different kind of bowling ball. Let's go more skid flip. Let's try to move in a little bit. So let's switch it out to a ball that's an asymmetric ball. And let's move in and hook it just a little bit more. I think with this setup here, with the hand position, I can move in a little bit and get around it more. Nice. Yeah, so no problem in this position. Getting the ball to get around the side of it more. A lot more axis rotation when I bring the adjustment this way. So we're going to put this back to 0. There. Now we're going to adjust some of the cupping. We're going to adjust this up a little bit, about the midway point. There. So now that is at the midway. Oh, we're going to lock this back in. So now we have a little bit of cuppage here, so it's going to give my hand a little bit more wrist action at the bottom. Let's go back to the other ball, the new blue. Let's try this with a little bit more cup action here. Yeah, felt like a little more lift. A lot of striking power there. So with a little bit more cupping action here, I felt like I was more underneath the ball. Once again, I'm not trying to do anything more than the glove's going to allow me to do. But I definitely felt like I was more under the ball, and I was able to rotate around the side of it better because my hands were in a different position at the bottom. Definitely see more lift out of that. So we're going to go ahead and go maximum cup. Actually, no, let's try one more thing before we go there. I didn't really like the adjustment for myself in this way, but I'm going to keep the cupping the same, and I'm going to move it this way to see if I can get even more rotation out of it. All right, so we're at medium, the medium setting on the cup, and we're all the way on number 3 on this setting here for the lateral. So let's try it again. Yeah, that actually feels really good. Now, these gloves, they give you great support for your wrist. Will they give you more rev rate? That's hard to say. For me, I say no. For my type of player, you know, I'm already a pretty high rev rate naturally. I feel like this prohibits some of the motion that I do to get some rotation on the ball. all the unloading of the ball is actually prohibited a little bit by the glove. But if you have wrist issues, if your strength in your wrist is not that great, this will absolutely help you with your rev rate. I truly believe that. All right, let's try the skid flippy ball. Now let's move in and try that same shot, see what kind of angle we can get out of it. These are great gloves, I tell you what. If you need the help, if you need that help with getting behind the ball better, you know, with your wrist coming behind, you know, if you break your wrist back, these kind of gloves can really help your game. So I'm gonna move this back to 0. I'm gonna put this back at neutral on the up and down, and we're gonna increase the cup all the way to the top. Now, where I had it before, felt pretty comfortable. Now we're at maximum cup on this. So now the hand is going to be even more underneath the ball at the point of release. We'll see what that does. Let's go back to the new blue. And try it. Oh, wow, yeah. That's a lot. Let's see how it goes when we throw the ball. Yeah, that's a bit too much for my preference. I felt like that was really pushing my hand up against the ball. You know, it was really pressing up against this part. You know, would I get used to it? Probably, but I think I don't really like that position personally. I think I would back it off and go more flat or go more in the mid-range. Let's try it again. Definitely very heavy roll. So I'm gonna make one more adjustment before we try one more thing. I'm gonna put it back to the 3 that I really like, into that way. So once again, we're going this way with it and we're totally cupped. I felt like that was the more comfortable positioning for me. So we'll try it out. And we're gonna go to the skid flip ball now. So that's a little bit too much for me. I don't really like that too much, so we're gonna back it off, go back to 0, 0 here. And the question is, how good is it at picking up corner pins? Can I still pick up my 10 pin using a glove like this, or should I take it off? Well, I mean, some people that use these gloves do take these off for spares, but I think if you back it off, it doesn't take a whole lot of effort to get there. There's notches in here to remember where you were at before, but let's try shooting a 10 pin. Let's see if I can pick it off clean. I don't think there'll be much of an issue with it. Yeah, I would have picked it off. Easy spare, 9 spare, move on to the next frame. So these gloves definitely have a place in the market. There are bowlers that definitely need the help with the wrist position and getting underneath it. It's a good training device. Now, as you get stronger and as you bowl more, you can definitely go away from these gloves and just start using your wrist. So that is the Bionic Positioner from Brunswick. I hope you learned a little bit, went through some of the adjustments. If you have any questions, please put them down below. Till then, talk to you guys soon. Please subscribe.